Curious to see how the Positive Refact Method, or PRM, has helped someone find their person? In this video, we'll take you behind the scenes and share with you the story of Shieldy.
When we met Shieldy, she was definitely burnt out with dating. She had just come off of having a 12-hour phone date at the start of the pandemic, only to get ghosted the very next day. But when she started to shift the way she approached dating with our guidance, it led her to Andrew. Make sure to watch this entire video to hear her story.
In the last 4 videos, we covered a lot of groundwork around the Positive Refact Method, and we walked you through our entire blueprint. In case you haven't watched those videos yet, we highly recommend you do so because we give away a lot of valuable information on how to get started with PRM.
This video will be slightly different. We're going to be sharing a story of Shieldy. Shieldy was struggling to get back into the dating scene after a brutal breakup a year earlier. She was on all the apps, yet she wasn't jiving with the type of men she was matching with. She was sick of the convos that went nowhere and the people that didn't seem to match their dating profiles in the slightest. Was she doing something wrong? Was it the city she was in? She started to think that she was never going to find her person. And frankly, we've all been there.
Shieldy found us during the height of COVID, like many daters did, and we developed an immediate friendship with her. She was one of the founding members of our Facebook community, which she joined after the infamous 12-hour phone date. We started meeting with her frequently just to chat, but we were also introducing the Positive Refact Method to her without explicitly saying so. Every time we met, she would come to a new realization. She started realizing that she was looking for the wrong qualities in a person and was taking rejection way too personally. And she also started realizing she could change all of that right away. One day, she came to us and said, "I think I met someone special." She had met Andrew on an app, but initially wasn't sure he was the right match. She shared how she really had to push herself to go on that first date, as she was unsure about his profile photos. We've all seen that. But she said she heard our voices telling her to stay open and give it a chance.
And boy, is she glad she did. 13 months later, they are still going strong. And as soon as she saw Andrew in person, she realized his photos didn't do him justice. It also wasn't like Shieldy looked somewhere that she had never looked before. They literally met on the same app she was bitching about a couple months earlier. The reality is, through the Positive Refact Method, Shieldy got out of her own way. She knew which qualities to prioritize, she knew how to open up and form a connection, and she knew how to have the important conversations that allowed their relationship to progress. Ultimately, she took control of her love life and opened her heart to the possibility of love amongst all the noise. The shift was astounding to see, and we are so happy for her and Andrew's budding love story. You can actually hear for yourself.
Y'all ladies literally changed my life. I was actually joking with Andrew, who's my boyfriend. I was joking with him and I'm like, you need to thank Julie and Yue because they're the reason why that I picked dating you. Because they opened my mind. We all think that in this whole dating experience, I'm not saying we're selfish, but we all think about what we're going through. Sometimes dating really sucks. And it's the same thing what you guys talk about at the beginning of the podcast, the why people do things that they do. And I guess my rebuttal would be how you deal with that. I stopped taking, this is pre-Andrew, I stopped taking rejections on apps so personally. And I can tell you, quote, you guys were people can be going through their own battles and their own things that you may not even know about. We're all in this together. We're all in this crazy little ship called dating together.
Shieldy was the first person we unleashed the Positive Refact Method to, and certainly not the last. More of the same story started happening after we taught more and more daters this method. It filled our hearts to see so many people find an abundance of love in their lives, and that's when we knew we were onto something. Now imagine being able to learn this method firsthand from us as we show you how to define what you're truly looking for, get out of your own way, and know when you're on the right path. Imagine having us there with you, helping you every step of the way. That is exactly why we created the Finding Your Person course that's launching in just a few days.
Of course, it's impossible for us to work with everyone. We want to keep this online course relatively small to ensure everyone is getting the support they need. So please understand that because of this, we are opening up the course for a limited time and spots are granted on a first come, first served basis. We cannot wait to share our love strategy with you, so keep your eyes out for when registration opens.
In the next video, we'll walk you through every step you can take to guarantee a spot in the program. We'll also shed more light on the Finding Your Person course and what you can expect from it.
Thanks for watching this video, and we'll see you in the next one.